Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give, and today I'm bringing you a message which is actually coming from an amazing day that I've had that I am so burnt out from. Oh my gosh, I am completely shattered, but it's been a brilliant day, and I actually went down to Pompeii, which isn't too far from where I'm staying up here in the beautiful mountains. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. And like you guys know, how I've been talking about how crazy it is on the roads here and in the cities. So it's kind of like this haven up here in the clouds, and it's so serene and so beautiful, even though I can hear some crazy stuff going on down in the city there. But I went to Pompeii, and I went to check out a bunch of the ruins today, which are just absolutely brilliant. So incredible. It is, I don't know how much walking I did today, but my legs are shattered, and definitely it was so incredible kind of just seeing the sights and getting to take a dive back into history. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys today is it's ultimately about when fear pays off, and I want to dive into a little piece of history in terms of what I learned, and it's not much, so don't get too excited, but the little bit of history that I really kind of connected with, which was back about almost 2,000 years ago, about 1,900 years ago. What actually happened was there was an eruption. So there's a Mount Vesuvius, which is just close by, which is a volcano. And back at that time, almost 2,000 years ago, it actually erupted. And it took, I think it was like erupting and some stuff was going on for about 2 days. And most of the people, when there was the first signs of the volcanic action, took off and they fled the city, and they ultimately saved their lives, because what happened only a day after that first initial eruption was that it just got super extreme, and the volcanic eruption was coming at the towns like at 100 kilometers an hour. And there is at the ruins that I visited today, there's what they call the Garden of the Fugitives, where they actually found some sort of like some holes in the ground when they were digging up, and they filled them with plaster, and it ended up being 13 different people who were actually covered in the volcanic ash and kind of mummified and entombed in this area, in these ruins. And it is kind of like an incredible place to kind of see that, there's little children, and there's, adults that look like to be probably their parents, and all sorts of different people in that area, and they're like frozen in time. And the reason why they didn't survive was because they were trying to flee the city too late. They'd run out of time, and so they couldn't survive, and they ultimately got covered in ash and mummified. And it's pretty amazing. I was doing some research on it just to kind of get a bit more of the history, because a lot of the places that you go here, they don't have much signage. Like, you really need to study your guide, or you need to go on a tour, or you need your audio book and all that sort of stuff. And even with that stuff, like, you only get a bit of surface level. So I did a little bit of research, and it was really interesting that just a couple of years ago, they actually were doing some new research on these. That actually, in the ruins, there's the Garden of the Fugitives, which is only 13 of the different people who were kind of mummified, but they ended up being, I think, 86 in total. And some scientists did some research, and kind of scanned and analyzed these different mummified people, and it's really fascinating that, like, their teeth were completely almost intact. And it's just amazing what they can do and what they can tell about the different people over nearly 2,000 years ago. But anyway, why I wanted to bring this message to you guys after all that is ultimately why when fear actually can pay off. and to listen to our instincts. And, because these people, didn't heed the warnings, you know, of the first volcanic eruptions from Mount Vesuvius, they ended up losing their lives, you know. And some of the mummified people, you know, like there's a little boy who's like gritting his teeth, and there's like a merchant who is like trying to like hold himself up, you know, probably, you know, just getting hit with, you know, the lava and whatever else was coming at them. And it's super interesting to kind of think about, you know, taking yourself back into that scenario and thinking about what life would have been like at that time, and thinking about the differences in the people, you know, the people who chose to flee at first sight, and those who thought, you know, I'm not going to flee until tomorrow, and then I'm going to try, you know, when it gets a bit worse, you know. And instead of, you know, how I'm trying to relate this to our lives is to really heed the warnings of your fear, because in personal development, you know, we're kind of told that like all fear is just like bad, and we should all go for love and joy, and, you know, and just forget about our fears and just be all positive, no negative, and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, you know, let's let me get comfortable here. At the end of the day, you know, we don't want it to cost our lives, and we want to be able to recognize which type of fear is actually of value to us, and which type of fear is the fearful kind. I just want to show you guys a little bit of the sunset. Hopefully it comes through as I'm talking. Oh, not that great. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it's so calm and beautiful up here. And like I said earlier, if you had been where I've been today, you would be loving this absolutely sick, because it's been crazy. It's been near-death experiences like all day long, and I'm so tired navigating the way. But ultimately, yeah, I'm hoping that this message just gets you thinking about, you know, what fear you're being presented with in your life, and how quick is your reaction time to that fear. Are you consciously trusting your gut instincts and you know, and taking the wisdom from the fearful things that trigger you? Or are you kind of just like running with all fear and just letting fear determine the complete course of your life? Or are you ignoring all fear and staying stuck in the fallacy that you shouldn't have any fear any time, and you should be all positive, no negative, and never be worried and never be scared and all that sort of stuff? But it's actually could be costing you your life, or maybe just costing you your relationships, your health, your business, your any other area of life, when you're not heeding those warnings. So I'm hoping that this is all resonating with you guys, and I definitely want to check in. So if you've got any questions or comments, or you just want to say hi, I would love to hear from you. Tomorrow is my last day here in beautiful Casa di Napoli, and I'm really excited. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing tomorrow. I'm not sure if we're going down to Sorrento and maybe down to Capri, or we're actually going to Naples. I don't know what we're doing exactly just yet, but then I am off down to Lecce, which is really far down south. If you look at the map of Italy, it's kind of in the heel, and it's apparently just one of the most beautiful parts of Italy, where a lot of the locals, the Italians, go for their holidays. So I can't wait to share that with you guys on the journey. But hoping today's message from Pompeii, which was super crazy, but yeah, it was definitely not somewhere I would ever want to live, but awesome to visit. And some of the ruins are in much better condition and much more intact than in Rome, although I'd probably take Rome any day over Pompeii, but the history is just incredible to go and immerse yourself in. So as I let you guys see the sunset here in beautiful Casa di Napoli, I will check in on your comments. So make sure you're saying hi, and drop me a comment or a question or anything. I love it. And I've got Huss in the house. I love it. And Dariush and Asmatullah and Stephen. Hey Huss. And Jill and Roxana. Yay. And Anne's here. Hello to you. And Patty. And Patty, hello to you as well. And Vincenzo. I like that name. Vincenzo. Sorry. get my brain in action. and Dariosh, good morning. Pompeii sounds magical. It was absolutely incredible. Like I said, the history was absolutely amazing, but I'm definitely enjoying the serenity that is up here in the mountains. And Israel and Crow and Maria Christina, hello. We just had your beautiful Noki. So Christina is actually our beautiful host here at our Airbnb, which is incredible, which I'll definitely be recommending to any of you guys who want to come in this direction. But we just arrived back from a huge day in the crazy Pompeii, and our beautiful host Christina, who's here, and I love it, gave us the most delicious home-cooked gnocchi. Oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. I love Airbnb and I love staying here. So thank you so much, beautiful. And Az is here, and Tahir, and Mia, and Liju. Hey Vanessa, which is the best travel book you have read so far? To be honest, I'm not actually a travel book kind of girl. My dad is really into looking at all that sort of stuff and looking at the books. I tend to be a little bit more online research and checking in with different people that I know and stuff like that. But the travel guides have been pretty cool. And actually, when we were in Pompeii today, we didn't have a book that was all about Pompeii, and we actually took a wrong turn and tried to enter the ruins at the exit. Walked like a kilometre to do it. But I'm kind of glad that we did, because we ran into this amazing guy who directed us to this book and this map that was all kind of numbered and in sync. And so I actually was our tour guide around the ruins today, and it was super fun and it was really informative. So I don't know what that book was. It was just one of those normal sort of travel books. But yeah, my dad has got like these amazing books on, the underground adventures that you can go on in different Italian cities, and it's pretty amazing. And actually, I forgot to mention that today I visited the oldest amphitheater in the world, which was pretty incredible. I'll be putting some photos up for you guys later on. But yeah, can't wait to share some of the pics that got taken today. But oh my gosh, it was a massive day, and I love that. And last tiny little sunset before it disappears as I go through here. But I've got Mary and Mike and Abhishek and Dale and Mike. Keep spreading your knowledge. It is a beautiful message. Oh, thank you so much, Mike. I so appreciate your beautiful, kind words. And well, beautiful view. It absolutely is. And much needed serenity right now. And Kuno's here as well, and Juan. Awesome to see all of you guys. I hope that you are enjoying this beautiful sunset just as much as I am. I've actually been doing my coaching calls out here this week, and it's been so beautiful to take all you beautiful human beings who I get the pleasure of diving deep with on this journey with me. I love you guys, and I'm really hoping that today's message has served you guys and got you thinking about, just sometimes it helps when we can understand different stories and different parts of history and kind of just try and make them relatable to our own lives. And that's what I intend to do. And I'm going to use the story of, what happened nearly 2,000 years ago with those eruptions of Mount Vesuvius, and my visit to Pompeii today, and the ruins, and visiting the Garden of the Fugitives, and understanding that part of this history. I'm going to use that to be kind of an analogy that I can refer back to and see, and deal with my fear in a new light. Sometimes it helps to have a different kind of story and makes it interesting and something to reflect back on that kind of gives you an indirect view into your current experience that can actually help and support you. And I'm hoping that me sharing this with you guys today is going to do that for you, and it's going to get you to think about, your fear, and give you new perspective on, are you trusting your gut instincts as you require them, and saving yourself, the pain, or are you ignoring it because you're projecting that you just have to be positive, positive, positive and never have any fear? Or are you just, completely being driven by fear and you need to make some adjustments? It's all self-awareness. So I hope that this helps you and serves you. And Spadey's just joined. I hope you catch the recording, get a ton of value from today's message. I'm signing off. And as always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary. And I really hope that today's message has served you. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow for my very last day here. Unfortunately, I couldn't do this Facebook Live from Pompeii today. We were just kind of too much in a rush and it was iffy internet connection. But you'll get all the pictures very shortly. Can't wait to share them with you. And Jen's here. Hey, beautiful. Good to see you. Hope you catch a recording. Hope it's of value. I'm signing off. I'll give you one last, I think the sunset's kind of gone behind a cloud. But I'm sending you guys all of my love and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow.